As Operation Midway Blitz continues in Chicago, we are getting more videos of federal agents around the city, including in neighborhoods. NBC5's Jenn Schanz is live outside the ICE processing center in Broadview, which has been the focal point of protests for weeks now. Jenn, what's happening there now?
You may have heard some of that yelling behind me here, Kate. About 10 protesters are here so far in one of two designated protest zones. Concrete barriers were put up recently. You can see this group has been here for about an hour. We've seen peaceful demonstrating this morning. They're holding signs, sometimes yelling as federal agents drive into that driveway. Moments ago, these protesters told me on the other side of the building, agents deployed pepper balls against protesters. But overall, so far this morning, it is much calmer than it was this time yesterday, and certainly much calmer than it was yesterday afternoon. Federal agents deployed tear gas or pepper balls to disperse protesters here yesterday at least once. In a statement to NBC5, DHS says, quote, "The Broadview Processing Center continues to face violence and unlawful activity by rioters." That statement goes on to say the relentless actions of these individuals and their attempts to obstruct the enforcement of federal law are unacceptable. This group of protesters that we saw this morning, they're from Evanston, and they tell me they showed up today because they thought Secretary Kristi Noem of the Department of Homeland Security, who was here yesterday, might be here again today, and they wanted to make sure that they were visible in their support for Chicago's immigrant community here. Protester Andy Schlickman, who's in his 70s, joining the protest line for the first time here today, and he had this to say about ICE and federal agents in Chicago.
I think they're making it more dangerous, the way they're treating people here. You know, the statistics speak for themselves. You know, crime's been going down in Chicago. It's a local issue. It's something that, you know, we can control, we can take care of. It's just an excuse they're using to go into cities.
Again, back here live outside of that processing center here in Broadview, where about 10 protesters are so far this morning. Kate, I've just seen peaceful demonstrating. Yesterday, 5 people were arrested for resisting arrest, aggravated battery, and obstruction. These protesters tell me they are concerned that they might face those chemical agents, but they say at this point they are not planning to leave. We're live in Broadview this morning. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. We appreciate that look at what's happening there this morning. Thank you, Jenn.